Hi, I'm Gerardo. I'm here with the Mass readings for Friday, May 25th, 2018. Friday of the 7th week in Ordinary Time. The first reading is from the book of James, chapter 5, verse 9 to 12. Do not complain, brothers and sisters, about one another, that you may not be judged. Behold, the judge is standing before the gates. Take as an example of hardship and patience, brothers and sisters, the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord. Indeed, we call blessed those who have persevered. You have heard the perseverance of Job, and you have seen the purpose of the Lord, because the Lord is compassionate and merciful. But, above all, my brothers and sisters, do not swear, either by heaven or by earth, or with any other oath. But let your yes mean yes, and your no mean no, that you may not incur condemnation. The word of the Lord. The Responsorial Psalm. Today's Responsorial Psalm is Psalm 103. The response is, The Lord is kind and merciful. The Lord is kind and merciful. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all my being. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. The Lord is kind and merciful. He pardons all your iniquities. He heals all your ills. He redeems your life from destruction. He crowns you with kindness and compassion. The Lord is kind and merciful. Merciful and gracious is the Lord, slow to anger and abounding in kindness. He will not always chide, nor does he keep his wrath forever. The Lord is kind and merciful. For as the heavens are high above the earth, so surpassing is his kindness toward those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he put our transgressions from us. The Lord is kind and merciful. Today's Gospel is the Gospel according to St. Mark, chapter 10, verse 1 to 12. Jesus came into the district of Judea and across the Jordan. Again crowds gathered around him, and, as was his custom, he again taught them. The Pharisees approached him and asked, Is it lawful for a husband to divorce his wife? They were testing him. He said to them in reply, What did Moses command you?
They replied,
Moses permitted a husband to write a bill of divorce and dismiss her. But Jesus told them, Because of the hardness of your heart, he wrote you this commandment. But from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother, and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, no human being must separate. In the house, the disciples again questioned Jesus about this. He said to them, Whoever divorces his wife and marries another commits adultery against her. And if she divorces her husband and marries another, she commits adultery. The Gospel of the Lord. Here are some thoughts on today's scripture. Jesus calls us back to the original vision that God has for creation. He sets out the ideal for marriage, a loving and faithful union of mutual respect. In words repeated in the marriage rite, he says, What God has joined together, let no one separate. Speak with Jesus about how this passage sits with me. Is there an invitation here for me to love, to be compassionate, be merciful, just as your Father is merciful? My prayer may be a time to pray with gratitude for those who witness to love, and to have deep compassion for those whose relationships and commitments have brought suffering. I hear God calling me to life and holding me in love. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed day.